Europe's solo queue prodigy MagiFelix, best known for having 5 accounts in the top 10 challenger in EU West, has recently been grinding a champion which is a little bit strange, and that is NEEKO MID. He has literally only been playing NEEKO. He has 63 NEEKO games, followed by 12 Camille, followed by 4 Lucian. He's essentially... this is a man that has hit challenger on every single role, can play every champion, and yet he's only playing NEEKO. 67% overall win rate. Is this champion broken? Does he know something that we don't know? Today, I'm going to investigate. Detective Drew on the case. We're going to watch one of his replays on this champion and to see what the hell is going on. Why is this man spamming this champion? Is he going for rank 1 with this champion? Is he just trying to learn it? What the hell is going on? Today, we'll find out. Jumping onto Summoner's Rift now, the matchup is NEEKO into Aurelion Sol. Aurelion is actually very popular in EU West. Not many other servers have as many Aurelions as EU West. I'm not sure why. You can see the rune page, guys. Write this down. It's just an electrocute setup. It's very basic. It's for burst, obviously. It's for kill pressure. You get those biscuits at the moment. All that sustain. And you're starting with Q and lane, and you're trying to weave as many autos and Qs as possible. Try and utilize your range advantage into these type of champions. And you're going for that Q max, followed by E max, followed by W max last. Now, I'm not sure what inspired MagiFelix to start playing so much NEEKO. I personally think, if you guys remember back when I was spectating the Super Server, there was a NEEKO player who was tremendous on the champion, and MagiFelix versed him a lot and actually lost to him a couple of times. Do you think this one play versed on the Chinese Super Server influenced him to start playing NEEKO mid? I don't know. I think maybe. I think there's a chance. And you can see, guys, you take your E second. Now, with your E, the trick is, if it hits at least one enemy before hitting your actual target, it will stun them for double the duration. To try and line up the minion wave, so it goes through a minion and then hits them, and you'll get a much longer stun. Follow up with your Q over the top, and then your Q, obviously, it stacks some damage, and you will definitely get a really positive trade on your opponents, as you can see. Also, guys, so NEEKO has so many different things in the kit. Every third auto is empowered to try and stack like 2 autos on the wave, and then on the third one, move up and just auto attack your opponent. You'll always come out with a positive trade. MagiFelix moves up, does exactly that. And you can see this Aurelion Sol is all out of potions here. And he's not going to have a good time. No teleport. MagiFelix completely dominating the early laning phase. When you think about MagiFelix, I would just say he is he's kind of like, the E lands, great stun, insta cleanses Aurelion Sol, can flash auto. Ooh, the auto actually followed, but he ends up getting first blood there onto the Aurelion. He'll hard shove this and take that reset. So MagiFelix, guys, like, do you know like football cards or something where it's like, or soccer cards, it's like, you know, you'll have like Ronaldo, he's like 99 striking, 80 something. So then you have like people like Faker where it's like mechanics everything, or like Caps where it's mechanics 100, like macro, like 80. MagiFelix, I just feel like he's a solid like base 85 everywhere with like tilt proof, mechanics, micro, game like champion, like it just, everything is really solid for him. And that's why he does so well in solo queue in my opinion. The tilt factor definitely helps him. He has good macro, good micro. He can adapt to the meta, play every champion. I definitely think that's why he performs so well in solo queue. As you can see, Mercury treads first buy. Now, usually, guys, I've been watching a lot of his NEEKO games. He goes Lucidity Boots, but into this game, Mercs just makes so much sense. You're into an Elise and Aurelion Sol. It just makes sense, guys. So you have to adapt to every game. You can't go the exact same setup and strategy every single game. And he rushes the Mercs here. If you're into something like an Azir and a Talia, I would recommend going Lucidity Boot Rush. It's fine. Just try and adapt a little bit. As you can see now, the Aurelion actually gets the hard shove and he'll probably look to rotate. And get some vision out now. I don't know, man. Like MagiFelix usually plays every champion. He plays a lot of roles, but recently, yeah, just mid lane NEEKO. It's literally it. Don't know what's going on. He's having very high win rates with the champion. Maybe it's undiscovered. I don't know. I'm gonna start spamming in solo queue and see how I go. What I think. It's a unique champion. I think it takes a lot of people by surprise, especially where you can. So you're passive, guys. You can essentially mimic any of your teammates. So if you're very smart with this, you can use that to your advantage to kind of like help with ganks, help with putting pressure on the map where the enemy thinks your jungler's bot side, but it's actually you as NEEKO. and you're disguising, he ganks topside. Like, there's a lot of mind games that go into this champion. You can see he's moving in. Trying to harass the Irelia on every auto. Now he has his R, and his first item, guys, might surprise you. It's Everfrost, okay? So he tries to get as much layered CC as possible. You will be absolutely gobsmacked with how long he CCs people in the mid-late game with Everfrost, his E, and his ultimate. As he's going to try and react here to the bot side roam. You can never catch up to that Aurelion. He takes the Alistar here. That's what I was talking about. I mean, the enemy have to be pretty like stupid to think this is Alistar because he's already in the lane. But he's going to come in now. Lands the E on the Aurelion. There's a Thresh. Yeah, the Thresh land. So that roam there, at the end of the day, I genuinely think a mid lane hard shove would have been better. It's a bit of a coin flip, right? But he doesn't get it. And you can see he hard shoves this, and then the Samira runs into the mid lane to shove. Some nice macro here. EU West actually has very surprisingly good macro. I prefer EU West macro to Korean macro. Until maybe like GM Challenger games maybe change a little bit, but man, EU West server is a very solid server compared to servers like NA and OS and stuff like that. Like, we're looking for the Elise pick here, moving in now. E lands, very short stun, doesn't move through anything. I'm gonna try and finish it off. Thresh Lantern comes out, doesn't cleanse the Elise cocoon. Still holding cleanse, doesn't need to blow it. And we're running out of mana here, we're probably gonna have to leg it. Mantheon drops in. I don't know if this fight will go very well. Just because there's not much mana on Magi. And he is going to have to bail on the Pantheon. Sorry, buddy. Try and hard shove this in and then get a recall. He definitely needs that Lost Chapter. I bet he's sitting on a lot of gold here. And usually, guys, he'll run for the teleport or the ignite for the summoners. Teleport, obviously, on NEEKO. If you want to try and flank from teams from behind, it's super essential. If you're in a short-range matchup like Yasuo or Zhonya, E-flashes in and he's going for it. What the hell? So you can E-flash on NEEKO. He takes that Aurelion by surprise. Dude, I did not expect him to go for that. And that's what I mean. He surprises a lot of people with this pick. People don't really... Like, people know NEEKO, right? But they don't really know NEEKO. They don't know her range, her numbers, when she has kill pressure, what's really happening with the champion. And I think that's what really makes the champ a good pick. It's just that no one knows what the fuck is going on, let's be honest. Like, I kind of know the champion, but it's like, it doesn't get picked. It has a very low pick rate. I kind of don't know what's going on. Not sure if she can kill me here. And he'll hit the base now with 1500. He should be able to get a Lost Chapter for himself. Control ward and move out of the base now. Always grab those control wards, guys. Super important. Too many lower Ela people don't know what a control ward is. I've seen some people just literally never in their entire life buy a control or buy a refillable potion. They're in the shop and you should be buying them almost every game. Control wards, most certainly, definitely. As he's coming in now. We hit that ult onto the Aurelion. Stun lands. Once again, Thresh Lantern. Get Agile free card. There you go, buddy. And the Aurelion's roams. They're actually working. Good on them. I really don't think Aurelion's doing that well in the meta. It's weird. The Korean Aurelions that I follow are all hard stuck with like very low win rates compared to last season. And then the EU West Aurelions all have like 60-70% win rate, doing very well. Kind of strange. Maybe the Korean meta, because everyone's just playing like, you know, there's so many Yone Akalis. Maybe people can't really keep up. I'm not sure. And also with NEEKO, guys, you can, if your team needs it. So like, let's say you somehow end up with a full AP team. You can go press the attack and go AD NEEKO. It's actually not bad. MagiFelix trying to rotate now. Once again, following and not going for the plates. Let's see how it goes. Knock up onto the Philios, moving in. E does not land. You got to get these E's on point, guys. We're coming in now, and we don't really get much. Damn it, we could have eaten so many plates here. But he keeps them safe, and he'll move in now for the bot side. He'll also use the ult to clear the wave. Bit of a gap in the top side, I'm very concerned. Almost 1.5k gold behind. 110 CS to 59. How do you lose on Gragas? That's crazy. I mean, it's completely overtuned. Dark Seal picked up, no doubt. I'm going to start stacking towards the Medjai's. A very, very good item, that one. Dragon's coming up now. We do not have flash. We do have ultimate, however. Always try and play around your flashes on NEEKO, guys. When you're engaging in these team fights, right, you want to come from a flank. You want to be disguised, by the way, because it will hide your wind-up of the ultimate. And then you just want to E, alt, and just stall everybody up. You actually have a very surprising amount of damage as well. But I think, honestly, NEEKO's best, like, the best thing about NEEKO is her utility, her CC, distraction component, and just stall the team for so long. She should change into Pantheon, I reckon, here. Changes into Alistar. I don't know. What's our thoughts on these changing? I kind of want to go Pantheon, so no one knows who the hell I am. Transforms back. Gonna hard shove the wave. Get the dragon set up. Magi starts the Drake. Let's force his objective, guys. He has his flash. He has his ultimate now. Just watch how he plays it, guys. CC's the Gnar, moving in, trying to Q poke, long range. Gnar gets a beautiful ultimate off. Now he has ult and flash. He sends a clone in, and look at the enemy team. They don't know what the hell that is. And now he goes in finally, pops ult, gets a huge 2-man and the CC onto the Philios. He drops them. And now he's going to try and chase the Aurelion Soul. See, he sent his fake clone in, and did you see the enemy team completely spread? They thought that was the real NEEKO looking for the ult. Hey, guess what? It wasn't. And they just kind of stalled for the mid game of that fight, and it definitely lost them it as he comes in, finally uses the ult, cleans it up. Gets his 4th kill of the game. 5 stacks in the Dark Seal, looking really good. They're still a K down on gold, though. The game is still open. We grab the Blasting Wand, looking for the Everfrost. There's not many champions this Everfrost is really working well on. NEEKO seems to be one. Kassadin seems to be another. I've seen some Silas's making use of it. Ari's making use of it. Other than that, man, Everfrost is a really, really... I think it's one of the... It's definitely the lowest AP mythic. That's for sure. I'm not sure if it's the worst performing, but it would not surprise me at all because it's... Like, when it comes to win rates, it's probably the hardest, right? Because there's an active to it. Ludens and Leandries, it's like it just does the job for you. Everfrost, it's like, okay, especially in lower elos, like the win rate would get pretty heavily... Like, they probably didn't use the active like once or twice in the game. Thresh is looking for it. We have our cleanse as well. We haven't actually used our cleanse, just holding it for the most important part. Moves in, lands the ultimate onto the Thresh. Pantheon grabs that. How easy was that? So much CC out from the NEEKO. And Aurelion Soul is probably really tilted. On that backline wave clear, guys, did you see how he ordered it once to make sure the Q executed? On the minions, oh, Q lands, E lands, sorry. They are on the hunt. Can we get out? We got flash. It's a big bounty they're trying to search for, and he'll try and hit that base now. Do we have enough for Everfrost? 11 hungry. We sell the Dorans, and now we finally get the Everfrost. I'm going to come out of base now. Now try and watch how he uses the Everfrost, guys. I think he usually tries to use it first, followed by the E. You just essentially don't want to use your E, then your Everfrost, then your ultimate all at once, okay? You want to have it layered so that they're CC'd forever. You don't want to spam it all at one time, because that would be very, very bad and inefficient. See that auto on the 1 backlines for the Q to reset and clear the wave? Very important. Don't just throw your Q willy-nilly at the backlines, okay? Level 11 now. We're slightly outpacing the Aurelian Soul. Gold lead's still not in our favor, though. Our top and bot side are leaking a lot of gold in CS. Kind of sad for MagiFelix. I thought he'd get a starting spot in LEC this year. I was kind of excited and hyped to see him play. But I don't know, man. I guess he's still playing Academy. I never see like the lower leagues of like, I just watch LEC. I don't watch anything below it. I sometimes watch that French league, whatever that is, but I don't know. I don't know if he plays in that. Bit weird, isn't it? A little bit of a lull, not much happening on the map now. We have no flash on the mid lane. When you have teleport, side lane is definitely optimal. But when you only have that cleanse up, like it's kind of hard to side lane into an at least thresh. You're probably going to get ganked. Just play it slow and steady. Dragon Wincon is definitely there. Ooh. I like that. I like how the Mimic eats up that Thresh hook. Just try and hook me, Thresh. Thresh comes in. Alistar. NEEKO E lands. Everfrost lands. Ultimate. Gonna have to use that cleanse. Clutches. How the hell did that Thresh not die, by the way? Thresh finally dies. And watch him just... He's just on the backline putting as much DPS as possible, man. But trying to keep safe. And try and weave these E's through. Release Flash. Pantheon follows it. And they're not going to be able to get it. But they're going to be able to get Drake. Which is going to put them to a mountain soul point. In the next 5 minutes. Which I love. $900 gold in the inventory. Should be a blasting one and a control. Gets the blasting one. Now he goes Void Staff second every game. He goes Everfrost, Void Staff. Then he'll normally go Hourglass. I'm guessing he really likes the value you get out of the Void Staff. It must hit for a very like, I guess you get a really good early game and mid game spike. It doesn't even matter on how much MR the enemy has. He just does it every game. He's not looking for that early death cap. He's not looking for the Hourglass second. He's just looking for Void Staff second almost every game. I've got to look into that. Maybe the maths is correct on it. So I still sometimes will look for death cap second, third if I'm really snowballing. Or like a Horizon focus, but... Sure, man. We make a pick and we move in onto the mid lane. No cleanse, have to be careful. Ooh, Elise, good juke. Ultimate just misses, but the Elise should drop down here. No, she makes it out. Here comes the teleport from the Gnar. Ooh, we gotta run. We gotta run fast. You see how he sits out of vision there? Everfrost into the Q. They get the shutdown onto the Aurelian Soul now, but MagiFelix has got to be very careful. My god. Almost giving these bounties over. Scary. But how annoying of a champion is this? Holy shit. But do you see how he puts out, he lands his E, then he Qs, then he Everfrost just afterwards. So all his Qs hit, and then a CC'd for like 2-3 seconds plus. It's kind of disgusting. We grab our stopwatch now. So he'll do this a lot of the time, guys. You'll get the stopwatch, right? And then you'll complete your void, you'll complete your Magi's, and you just sit on the stopwatch. I talk about this a lot. You can grab the stopwatch very early. Like, I'm talking like second base, first base even, and just sit on the stopwatch in case you need it. A lot of the times, man, you're going to buy the Hourglass anyway. Getting that early stopwatch for a dive or try and counter when they're trying to dive you, it actually does help out a lot. I like to run it into things like that Zed, like that Zhonya. You can bait them out in the early game. The huge shutdown onto the Elise now. And by huge, I mean literally the lowest amount, 150 gold. Moving in, we have ult. Double kill. And the Baron, 21 minutes. Can we get it? I'm going to say, hell yeah, let's rush it. Now, there was a meta with the Glacial. Do you remember this? And it was like Wonder, and everyone was just playing NEEKO top over and over and over again. I'm curious, man. Like, can NEEKO be brought into the pro play at the moment? There might be a spot for it, honestly. There actually could be a spot for it. I'd love to see it. I'm just not sure if they're going to bring it out. It's a little bit risky. Top lane is, I mean, you're seeing things like Lulu top. Ivan top. But that's more towards the Moonstaff and the healing and the shielding you can give to your team. I mean, there's champions like Malphite in them at the moment in top lane. Maybe you could bring out the NEEKO. Maybe if they want AP tops, they go towards the Vladimir maybe? I don't know. Who knows? As before every fight, guys, try and like you never want to be going into a fight looking as a NEEKO. You don't want to be NEEKO. As the E flashes in, R comes in, picks up the Aurelion. Now I'm going to try and focus down the Gnar. Gnar ult hits. And you are CC'd. And you are dead, my friend. Mountain Soul coming up in a little bit. What's our game plan? Farm bot side? Nice. So yeah, you start with your Q max, going to help you clear the waves, get some damage off. Then your E, and finally your W. You do not want to be putting any early points into the W, guys. And damn, Soul's still looking really good at the moment, honestly. Jesus Christ, what the hell happened to the Samira, bro? We're gonna grab Mountain Soul for ourselves, and then they should be able to team fight win it, honestly. I don't see how you stuff this game up. And look at the enemy Aurelion Soul build. He's gone for the Mandate still. I don't think Mandate's win rate. I think Mandate's win rate plummeted after the nerfs, right? You guys remember I did a video with Nemesis. He was abusing that, but after the nerfs, I'm not too sure if it's that strong. Gonna sit up in the side lane. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a base now. He's probably sitting on, yeah, 2.2k. Grab the Void Staff for ourselves and start working towards the Hourglass pickup. And this is what I'm talking about, man. These early Voids. So Everfrost Mythic is, I believe it gives you flat AP, maybe 15 flat AP for every item. So when you complete that Void, you get 15 flat AP plus the AP from the Void plus the penetration, 40% magic resist penetration. It's quite a lot. Quite a goddamn lot. Been destroyed. And of course, MagiFelix opts for the most consistent play. He doesn't ARAM it. He just goes up to the top side. Similar to Dopa, where he's just like, okay, I'm just going to slowly and methodically eat the map away. I'm not going to take any risks, even in a game that's looking already won. They just try and make the same decisions regardless of what the game's like. They don't opt into, like, do you know how you get to a game and it's like, you got all these kills and everyone just groups mid and he keeps fighting over and over. And then you end up dying a bunch of times and giving a bunch of bounties like his team just did. And then you lose the game. You're like, why didn't I just play the map correctly and get a free win? Why did I have to opt into this ape warfare and just flip over and over again on the mid lane fucking tower? Just unnecessary. So his whole team gets collected by the Aphelios now. And thankfully, MagiFelix grabs 2 towers for himself and a bunch of farm. And completes his Zhonya's Hourglass. Flash is not up. Cleanse is. He can play pretty aggressive frontline with the cleanse. What is the game plan to finish? It's actually difficult to finish. The enemy team has Aphelios with Renans and they don't have Baron. I think it needs like, yeah. You need like a flank by Alistar and the NEEKO. Get behind them and just romp them. Get Pantheon to come back in over with an ultimate. That teleport makes things actually kind of awkward. I definitely recommend, guys, teleport is the best summoner when you don't need the cleanse for the CC reduction, okay? It's going to help you to hard split down the lanes, but also have the teleport to regroup and flank in the team fights. Makes it so much easier. And the additional movement speed you get from TP is nice as well. Finally level 16 now. He's trying to... a bit of a weird spot. Finally, looks like he's going to be able to ARAM here with the team. We have our flash. All eyes on the NEEKO. He turns into the Samira. He moves in. He flash ults onto 2 into the back line. Everfrost. And he's just trying to work his CC as much as possible. I'm not sure if you want to chase the Nut. Probably not doable. And just going to move straight into the mid lane. Pantheon man drops top side. We'll run down the mid lane. 5-0 and 10. Perfect game. Very, very consistent. I wouldn't say there was any massive moments of outplay. Just a solid NEEKO game, isn't it? Hopefully you guys have learnt the basics and the fundamentals of the champion. You guys can go and use this in your own solo queue games. I definitely think NEEKO is a solid champ to play. Takes your enemies by surprise. You master this champion. It's super fun as well. Like, look, it's not like a boring any where it's like same thing over and over. It's like, okay, there's actually mind games that you can think about to try and steal the enemy, to try and mimic your own teammate, to like emulate a gank or something like that. It's just nice to play, bro. As they're still looking for the win. And they should finally be able to get it. Aurelion Sol coming out of base now, though. Double kill. Samira's too big. She'd be too thick. She'd be too large. But does she be? Come on, boys. Bring it home. Looking to focus off the Nexus now. It's doable. I know it's doable. Magi, Hourglass, and we pop the Nexus. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. Until next time, I catch you later. Peace.